My construction entrepreneurs, good evening. It's pretty late, 10 o'clock already. Been at it all day, I'm tired. Then I'm trying to get a little bit of this remodeling work done as well. But I did a video this morning that I was headed to a small company in Baldwin Park to help them kind of streamline some upcoming work that they're anticipating. And everything went well. We was, really shouldn't get all day. And it was a really good day. And I'm going to show you what projects I actually, went through. I don't know, maybe 100 something projects, maybe more. I went through each of those bidding sites, the Blue Book that I did a video on, went through the AGC, and lastly, I sort of matched everything on Dodge Report. And Dodge Report was like the parent of all those websites, and on Dodge Report is mainly looking for the GC, like I talked about before, and then mainly looking for the GC, and then GCs will list those jobs, looking for subcontractors on those other sites. So today it went pretty well. Like I said, I was filtering through quite a bit of projects just to find the right type of project for them. And I also bidded on a project as well, a small type project for them as well. So yeah, let me show you here. Where's this at? Here it is. All right, here we go. So what we have here is I just went ahead and created a quick kind of like a bid tracker where we see what jobs where we have out to bid. We have all the details on those jobs, and then we kind of have an idea on what's the scope of work, who's the contractor, who's the customer, which is the contractor. Or the DB goals, and we'll go through these categories and these roles I have here. But ultimately, I'm eating my words. I spend more time looking for the right project than bidding on these projects. I'm pretty fast with bidding on projects and really just getting them through my system, getting the end number, then a little bit of time writing a proposal, depending on how detailed I have to be. Also, that depends on the customer I'm submitting that proposal or that quote to, right? So what I have here is I just created a quick little spreadsheet, and it shows me as the estimator, Tyrone. You see I have the links here. I was thinking about creating some drop-down menus, but I decided against it. Just did something real quick. Then we have a bid review date, right? So this is the bid review date. I have it in red because it's very important. I need to make that bid review date so we can review that project and then turn that project over to the customer. Now, the reason why is labeled like that and it's highlighted in red is because every project that you bid on, every estimate that you do, you should have another set of eyes looking at it. That should be always your process. Sometimes we turn letters upside down from 9 to 6, 6 to 9. Sometimes we miss a 0, and sometimes these numbers, we can miss these numbers, and it is devastating. It can literally put a small contractor out of, matter of fact, it can put any contractor out of business. So you always want to have a second pair of eyes look at those numbers, okay? Someone that knows what they're doing, someone that knows what they're talking about, someone that kind of understands the work. And that way you can eliminate a lot of these errors that you may run into with just you doing it. Now, let's say if you don't have anyone, okay, then you need to find someone, okay? or you need to start training someone to be your right-hand man. Okay, or you need to pay a company. You can pay one of my staff to go through your bid, or to go over your bid with you. It'll probably take about an hour. It wouldn't cost you much, but I can probably find one of my guys to do it and to help you out. And then, you're a little bit more confident in the numbers you issue out. Okay, so that bid review date is important. That's the date I'm going to make that bid happen. Okay, next, I have it here labeled here as a public works or commercial project. So I want to know whether it's public works or commercial, because there are two separate sections, two separate sectors of work. Next thing you know, is this a bond, right? And I think I talked about bonds on other videos, and talked about having a bond with the Contractor State License Board is not the same as this type of bond here. This makes you whether you're bondable or not. Okay. So and these jobs do require you to have a bond. And as you see, the first bond that you have to get is a bid bond. These are for public works jobs mainly, or large commercial jobs. But you have to get a bid bond, and the bid bond is usually for 10% of your contract amount. If you do a lot of bids, if you do a lot of bonding projects, most likely your bonding company that you're bondable through will not charge you for the bid bonds. In the beginning, which you starting out, they're probably going to charge you. And if you're not doing that many, they're probably going to charge you. And the charge is usually from $25 to $50 for every bid bond. Now, the bid bond doesn't mean that you're going to get the job. You have to have a bid bond just to submit the bid. And I'll go into what a bid bond is and what it's for and things like that on another video. And then next is the project, the bid number, right? That'll be the same as the quote number, same as the price number, same as the contract number. Okay, where did I get it from? Dodge Report. Also was looking on Blue Book, but ultimately I found everything on Dodge Report really. So kind of just went with that. Project name, location. You see here, Mill Creek In-Kind Services, San Antonio Dam Asphalt Road Repair Project. Thought this project was pretty good, but we'll see. I really have to look into this one a little bit more. And if you look down here, this is the customer row here. Okay, this is the customer row. The category falls in, all the jobs really falls in improvement. DBE goal for here is none. For here, I don't have any. For this one's 25%. For this job is 14%. So that's what their DBE goal is the project number. And that project number is the project number that's listed by the general contractor or the owner that released that job. The address, okay, where the address is at. This one here, this project here, I'm most likely going to go look at. That one actually, the engineer's estimate. Well, let me tell you something about the engineer's estimate. So back in the day, years ago, 7 to 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, actually, because recession was what, 9, huh? Wow. So over 10 years ago, whenever you bid on public works jobs, the engineer's estimate was golden. Everyone wanted to know the engineer's estimate, and you tried to come just below that engineer's estimate, and you were you were most likely to get that job. Okay, you were closer to getting that job if you can get more close to the engineer's estimate. Now the engineer's estimate means nothing. Nothing. Usually the engineer's estimate off, up or down, just off all the way. Don't even make any sense. So anyway, I was looking at this engineer's estimate and rather shocking. So here, if you see here, I put a bid dollar value here, and it shows 500K to 750. Right, this one shows 3 to 400. This one shows 5 to 7. Okay, show address. The bid is due. A lot of these projects I need to start working on now. This one has a job walk on it, pre-bid meeting. It's on the 27th. What's that week? I think that's week after next, beginning of the week after next, at 1 p.m. And then here we laid out the notes here. And the notes and scope of work, basically self-explanatory is the notes and scope of work. So, and I believe I already reached out to 2 or 3 of these generals already, shot them an email. I didn't call. One actually called me back, that Reyes Construction actually called me back, said, hey, really want to make sure you guys are going to be bidding on this project. Reyes, a few of these are, like I showed you, they're requiring a DBE percentage. So those general contractors are looking to meet that percentage to actually bid on that project. Here, there's some subs I laid out here. And then I'll let you know if I'm awarded these projects. You know, we'll see where we're at, see what we get. And I just wanted to share that with you real quick. Just creating a spreadsheet, laying this out. Now, I am going to do another spreadsheet where it actually tracks your hit rate ratios, right? Where if you have different estimators, you can actually see the value of the projects they're bidding on and how many jobs they're being awarded with, and they'll give you a percentage. And then we have a percentage that a goal percentage we're trying to make sure we reach when bidding on this project for each estimator. There's a certain percentage, a certain cap you need to stay above and land these projects, or we're gonna start looking at, things a lot tougher and whether you are a good fit or not for this particular company. All right, so we'll go over that spreadsheet maybe later, but that one I just wanted to touch bases with you guys on. Then I have, I think, 5 other projects to look at to add to this list. And then we'll see if any of those will get selected to be on this list. If not, then I'll just stay with these 4. But I'm looking to add at least 2 more projects to this bundle here. That way, I can hit it hard for them and turn out some pretty good jobs with some pretty good profit on there for them. All right, my entrepreneurs, head out. Good night. Well, I'm actually going to do a little bit of work here to about 12, but I'll do another video tomorrow. See you tomorrow. See you again. Remember, hustle hard, then hustle harder. See you on the next one. Thank you.